Hey guys, Warboss Squee here with a little bit of Pillars of Eternity. I don't usually use the hey guys thing, but it's a meme going around that if you do so, you get a little bit more accountability on your face, on your YouTube due to algorithms and whatnot. I'm really just here for Pillars of Eternity. Don't really care about that. My view counts suck anyway, and I'm okay with that. What I am here to do is apologize for taking a while to not actually start recording for a while. What is this? Gordy, a young man, watches the passerby and counts a grimy handful of coins. His face and arms are smudged with dirt except for the grass stains. His clothes are in good condition. You approach, he blinks, make a quick furtive effort to pocket his coins. Hey, mister, want to know a secret? I know a real good secret. Looks like we got a little hustler here. Someone raised this kid right. Really? What is it? Well, some folks hiding some really neat things. I could show you where, but Mom and Dad told me not to talk to strangers. But maybe you could help me with something. Then we wouldn't be strangers. Help you with what? The Crucible Knights have these daggers made out of March steel. It's the best steel around except for Durgan steel, which doesn't count because no one makes it anymore. Well, that could change. Anyway, there's this merchant over by the exhibition hall. He has a dagger made of real March steel. He said he wouldn't sell it to me because I'm a kid and kids don't know anything about daggers. But that's not true. I know a lot about daggers. I know the different kinds of steel. I know how the Crucible Knights make them in the forge. I know that the tip can pierce low gauge scale armor, and that one's good and sharp and cut through bone. See, I know plenty about daggers, and I really want this one. And if you could just get it for me, I promise I'll never ever tell anyone, ask anyone for anything ever again. At Masuk, we begin training our daughters with the hunting knife as soon as they can talk. Many can field dress a hare before their 10th birthday. I wouldn't trust this kid with a butter knife. Oh, Jesus. Now let's see what we got here. Got a couple options here. Sounds reasonable. I'll get it for you. If you want to play with knives, I'm sure your parents told you that, you wouldn't be asking me. You have a dagger, you poke your eye out. Resolve, lie to the kid. Tell you what, you tell me your secret now, and I'll get you a dagger from the Knights of the Crucibles themselves. Might grab Gordy by the shirt and hold it over your head. How about you just tell me that secret right now before I get angry? No, let's get him what he wants. I knew a real adventurer would understand. It's a big merchant over by Admeth's Den who sells weapons. He's the one with the dagger. I'll wait right here for you. Alright. Again, kid's like 10. Why can't he have a dagger? My first knife when I was a kid. Hell, I freaking got my first deer with a rifle when I was 9. 8, 9. Yeah. My mom thought it'd be cute to make me watch Bambi right after that, but you know, moms. She never was a big fan of the guns. That's who had it. Who the hell am I talking to again? I have no idea what I'm looking for. Oh, I gotta go talk to Kierna again. I forgot about that. Oh, did I? I'll find her in... Yeah, I'll have to go track that down again. Alright, something secret. Alright, so one of these guys has. I'll be damned if I remember who, though. Thank you for not paying attention. I think it's probably this guy. He's the weapons dealer.
Well met, friend.
Looking for a particular dagger made of March steel. Just like the Crucible Knights use. Let me guess, you've been talking to that kid, right? We attempted to sell it to you anyways, and let the little rascal learn his lesson, but a pack of adventures already took off my hands. This adventure you sold the dagger to, where are they now? Folks like that don't want you to visit Copper Lane to screw up at Adam's Den Exposition Hall or pant down the Goose and Fox. And since they weren't headed to the den, well, you got my best guess. Okay, so they're where we need them to be anyway. So let's head over there, which is right down around the corner. So yeah, just with everything going on, I live in Arizona. It just started hitting the 100 and fuck you degrees weather, so you know, that work, it's been kind of draining, and I haven't really had any time to record. So, and I do apologize for anyone who actually was waiting for the next episode. So, no. Now, let's talk to her first. What happened with Pernisk, did he give him the ring? Pernisk was being impersonated by a powerful wizard. However, the real Pernisk also steals Sven. Pernisk, my Pernisk is Sven dealer? I didn't know you for an honest man. You don't. Didn't I do this already? Damn it, how can I trust him after something like this? He's lied to me for this long. I should just be glad I found out about this before the wedding. He still loves you. Do you really want to give up on your future together? And right now he needs help and forgiveness. Perhaps you're right. If our positions are reversed, there's no question he'd give me another chance, so we've got a lot of work to do. Yes, okay, I did get an item. I have already done this. I guess I didn't save it, which is odd. Hold on a second. Yeah, shame on me. Totally didn't save it, so I guess we're just going to have to level up Kana again. I wish I remember what I did with him last time. Guess we'll do that. Oh, let's see. He gets another chant. Yeah, he gets a level 2 chant at this point. That's area of effect for frightened. Plus 25 defense against frightened attacks. That's not that great. Rhyme Frost Trap. Yeah, this is the one I think we took last time. Because it's probably the best one there is. Alright, did anybody else level up? I don't think so. No. Yeah, so, yeah, no idea what happened to that save. I'm wondering what else I might have forgotten at this point then. It's cause for concern, to be honest. What does this thing do? Portion, intellect plus 2, resolve plus 1. You got cloak and minor protection. Aloth. There you go, pal. I'm saying I never gave you anything nice. Now, meanwhile, where are these adventurers at? Maybe these clowns? No. Maybe over this way?
Gods keep you.
Do you know anything about a March Steel Dagger? I haven't seen anything like that cross my bar, that's for sure. What was just about someone having a blade like that? Check upstairs. I saw a group head that way not too long ago carrying plenty of steel. Okay. I'm not crazy. They're upstairs. Well, I still might be crazy, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm wrong. And I'm also blind because Sagani also leveled up. So, I'm going to keep cracking up that stealth. I might need her to scout every once in a while. Yeah. I don't remember what I got her last time. I could probably go back and look at the last episode. Let's see. Yeah, Stalker's Link. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, not crazy. Possibly crazy, but also possibly blind. Alright. Let us find ourselves some adventurers. Two-tone Weaxel, that's... Got a couple of guys here, Jesus. Oh, he's not interested. Nor is he. Nope. Let's get us up here, just in case these guys decide to be frisky.
Gods keep you.
An Orland man relaxes his feet propped up on the table, patches of dark brown skin beneath a full mane of blue-green hair. He and the Orland woman exchange laughs and comments with the trio at a nearby table, and he spins a dagger in his hand. Have you ever seen a night or two in the wilds? Join us for a drink? Did you buy a March Steel dagger for Iglin? I did, and a fine piece it is. But not any more circulating in the city outside the steel of the Crucible Keep, of course. I was trying to get it for a kid named Gordy. A kid? This isn't a toy, get him a wooden sword. Come on, actually, if our friend here is willing to pay, what's the harm? Plenty. Actually, that kid will probably poke his eye out. Besides, I plan to use this dagger. How much would it take you for you to change your mind? Seeing how there's a sudden demand for this, 100 pans seems fair. Pans, is that coppers? Deal. Yeah, 100 coppers. Okay. Pleasure doing business with you. Who are all of you? Name's Two-Tone Weaxel. Right next to his key. We've had our fun with the expeditions. We were hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet. In a few next weeks, anyway. I'm Joshua Dad, and this is Hurdy and Ilfa. We're part of separate expedition teams, but we both suffered losses and decided to band together. Beasts, Barbarians, Biowics. It's a dangerous time to be an adventurer, but it's a prosperous one, too. And here's to many more prosperous journeys. Ah, well, actually sounds kind of cool. Alright, let's give the kid a chance to cut his fingers off. Alright, so I looked at the dagger. It's a better than average dagger, but nothing too spiffy. Alrighty. Did you get it? Do you have the dagger? Can I see it? I have the dagger right here. It's so sharp! Survival 4. Slowly hold up the dagger pommel first. Listen first. When you're not using it, keep a sheath or it will rust. Don't show it off to anyone. Someone's liable to take it away from you, or worse, it's a weapon, not a toy. Understand? I'll take good care of it, I promise. Oh, God, this kid's going to turn out to be like Jack the Ripper. So about that secret. I saw one of the actors hide something under a loose stone near the theater. But nothing as good as a marked steel dagger, though. Thank you. Tell me, Gordy. Yeah, I probably could have found on my own. Where's the theater? Anyway. Oh, it's this large area right here. Like, directly in the center of this district. Ah, I made 400 copper, lost 77 to bandits. We're going to have to do something about that. But yes, the keep is literally going to make money for us now. Yeah, money stopped being an issue. Let's see, what's that telling me? Crumbled loaves and shredded flyers float on the water. I'm seeing names, I'm not seeing any little I hid things. Oh.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark.
Let's go into stealth. Maybe something will pop up. You know, they're actually holding a play, which is kind of cool. I'm not seeing anything. Loose stone anywhere. Of course, it'd be nice if I could put my weapons away. I'm in the middle of town. Ah, look at that there. An oaken scarab figurine. Oh, hello. What are you? Once per rest, summon 3 wood beetles. Well, that's way more useful than a dagger. And that's going to go to you. The rest will go in the stash. So here's what we're going to do. This is going to go in your inventory because we're going to be using those constantly. So yeah. Yeah. Totally worth it. So thanks, kid. That was awesome. I'm going to get out of here and actually move on to the area that has the Crucible Knights. Then go rescue a breastplate. Let's see, unless something else pops up between here and there. No, not so much. Okay. So I guess you have to go to first fires first. These areas are still blocked off, so there you are. You know, when I think about it, I'm not sure the accuracy penalty from using a large shield is a good thing or not. And the only reason that knights went from not using shields was because with plate armor they didn't need them. But penalizing someone for being hard to hit just doesn't quite sit properly with me, to be honest. Yeah, wrong button. Again, wrong. Damn it. There we go. What's building? Anything? She requires main keep. Am I building the main keep? Probably didn't have the money. There we go. Get that working. Already wasted some time there. And I think this is the proper area. Brackenberry Knight's Crucible Keep. Got it. So many other things here as well that we need to get involved in that we're going to wait on. Because if you rush too fast to this area, you can miss a lot of really important things, like a companion. It's a lovely statue. Okay, how do I get down around this area here? Ah, down that way. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Not seeing anybody jump out at me either. So we should be all good. Okay, you got a Justicar here. It's just guards. Odd that city guards would be, well, guarding an area held by a force like the Crucible Knights, but it is what it is. And nobody on the door. Alright, who do we got here? What business brings you to the keep?
Good day to you.
Aldemar gives you an appraising eye. Judging by the scars on his face, he's lucky to be able to do that much. Every day you get more from the hinterlands pouring into Defiance Bay. Keep us busy on the watch, it does. Look like you recently retired yourself. Who are you? A soldier of the Crucible Knights, and proud of it. I help keep everything running at the keep so that Commander Cliver can focus on more important matters. What goes on in the Crucible Keep? It's headquarters of the Crucible Knights, so it's where we store arms and armor as well as where many of our soldiers bunk. Commander Cliver's in the back making plans as usual. We also find the forge at the west end of the building along with our master smith Dunstan. It's also a shrine to the golem if you're the praying type. And tell me about the Crucible Knights. We're the defenders of Defiance Bay. Not exactly a formal knighthood, but don't tell Commander Cliver I said that. We're the organized militia to oppose the AD and rule, and today we're the largest force in the city. Our soldiers undergo years of combat training, and our officers are required to have their souls read by the critters out in Dungeon Row. How about that? Here's your requirement of the Crucible Knights, so the higher-ups know there's nothing messy built in your soul's past. Keeping the ranks pure is fine by me, I just wish they'd be more careful in hiring their ciphers. What's wrong with the ciphers? They're mostly Orlans. I'm sure they're talented enough, but you just can't trust them. Hostility is in their nature, and they've learned to hide it over the years. All I'm saying is that they should at least be supervised by other folk. That's reasonable enough, isn't it? If people treated them better, you wouldn't have to worry about them being so hostile. I'm just speaking the truth. Nowadays, it seems that's the biggest crime of all. Or maybe you're just a douchebag. Let's see if we can find our Commander Clyburn here. Forge this way, maybe we have some items that we can pick up. I don't know if they'll sell to us, but... What's in here? Not stealing that. Lots of heavily armed men here I do not want to be pissing off. There he is.
If this is about the breastplates, I already told Cleaver they won't be repaired till next week.
What do you do here?
I'm a forge master. I'm a master smith for the Crucible Knights. But the way I see it, I'm also keeping up with our old traditions. The first members of our order were smiths. Nowadays, most everyone's a professional soldier. I suppose it's to be expected, but I think it's important we keep up with our roots, too.
Tell me about the Knights.
We were all smiths back in Hodred's day, though I'm about the only one here who still gets his hands dirty. We're a fearsome fighting force, though these days I think Cleaver takes more pride in our parade formations.
He thinks himself a progressive man, but he's obsessed with soul lineages and connections to the Deerwoods heroes of old. Other than Dungeon Row, who really knows about any of that, though? Okay. Overnight. So, I'm not going to be able to buy anything. Ah, Penhelm. Hello, my little bastard friend.
Gods keep you.
Young Novinet's armor has recently shined. His hair is clean and neatly combed. It's hard to believe he's ever seen battle, or that scarred antique breastplate he wears could possibly be his. Are you looking for something? Does the name Osric sound familiar? If you have any self-respect, you won't associate with him, or with any of his new friends at the Expedition Hall for that matter. Scamps and delinquents, a lot of them. Is that his breastplate you're wearing? It was. It became property of the Crucible Knights when he was discharged. Now it's mine. It's not for sale if that's what you're wondering. Not every day you find armor that was used in the rebellion. It's a story between you two. Wozniak always held some controversial opinions, but they went overlooked for the longest time because his family had such an extensive history of service in the Crucible Knights. Finally went too far. He had the gall to suggest that we'd strayed too far from our roots, and some of our officers were beginning to resemble Adarian nobility. He rubbed the spot on his brace with a soaking handkerchief. He would have us all wear rough spun and fight with forge hammers. I reported his statements. The knights obsessed over their past who had grown into the fighting force they are today. That history made the knights what they are now. You can't just cast it aside. We've outgrown that past. He waves a shiny gallant. Sometimes you need to move on. Outgrown is like an old sealskin coat. You doubt the time, sure, but that's a bit naive. It says your affidavit is a forgery. Just like what he would know about it. It's perfectly convenient for him to cast aspirations with his pedigree in the Knights. It's a lie, of course. Enough. How does someone become a knight? We don't take just anyone, and remember, share soul lineages with the very men and women who defended this land a century and a half ago. He shifts his weight and coughs. Anyway, Mayor Claver is responsible for initiations, but he rarely accepts foreigners. Alright. So yeah, we're going to have to go to Dungeon Row and look into that, I think. Let's go talk to the commander. Oh, find Penhelm's affidavit at Crucible Keep. Okay. Ooh.
Nice and quiet. That's not nice. All done.
Yeah, but it's a little bit of experience. I'm not going to take any of it. I just want to
That's not
look and
nice.
peek, that's all.
All done.
Plus your lure. No, we're not stealing
That's
from the
not
Knights, even though there's no
nice.
penalty for stealing unless you get caught.
All done.
Some of that stuff is really worth taking. That might actually be. But no, let's not burgle the
That's
people
not
here
nice.
to deal with. That's yours. Like he says, it's not very nice.
All done.
Dagger and some coppers. Okay. Not gonna make too much of a fuss about it. Thick grime cakes the bottom of the tub. The towel hanging off the side gives off an awful stench. Oh. It must be the maid's day off. Okay, so we found Pelham, and he's a complete prat. Good to know. Okay, everybody in. Pelham's affidavit. Huh. Yeah. Take that. What else we got? A book. I'm not taking a book. The Blacksmith Knights, a short history of the Knights of the Crucible. That's actually kind of cool.
And what does the flame...
That's not
Just
nice.
in case.
All done.
What we got here? We've got leather armor and a nasal helm. A book, some money, and an edict of arrest. This edict calls for the arrest of Eorn, whose recent actions led to the death of a knight of the Crucible. It requests reporting information to Jessica Aldemar and assigned Commander Kleiber. Interesting. Why would that be stealing? Couldn't tell you. Meanwhile, where is Kleiber? I'd like to speak to the man. If he's anywhere to be friggin' found, good lord. Kleiber, where the hell are you, dude? Ah, figures.
We just don't have the manpower.
That would be Kleiber.
Refugees from every corner of the Deerwood. The dozens getting them all riled up about animancy. At this rate, we'll need twice the soldiers to patrol Defiance Bay. Yes? Can I help you with something?
Why don't you have enough soldiers?
Fleetbreaker Castle. The High Justice has summoned almost half of my novitiates, and more of my justiciars to a keep on the other side of New Hailmar. It's not for me to question the High Justice's orders, but it's left us short-handed. And mark me, we're just a couple sparks away from anarchy.
Anyone I can help? I know how to handle myself. I'll refresh you meet someone who'd rather fix a problem than complain about it. Forge Master Dunstan is working with an animancy scholar to build what we're calling Forge Knights. Warriors that can patrol our streets without suffering fatigue, disobedience, or fear. Some agitator throws a rock at him, not to worry about things getting out of hand. He's constructed the armor, but we need the scholar's research. Unfortunately, she hasn't been around the last few times I know Novonates have checked. Viana lives with the rest of the Scriveners out in Copper Lane, but I haven't the soldiers to spare for the moment. Go to the Scrivener's dormitory and see if you can find her. When you get the research, just bring it to Dunstan. That's his area of expertise anyway. Once you've brought in the research, he can sell you any arms or armor you have need. He forges and repairs all of our equipment. You won't find a more capable smith than Defiance Bay. Alright, awesome. So now we actually have another quest. Now here's the question, do we have stealth?
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
Wait for it.
That's not nice.
Yeah, I got plenty of lockpicks. What's in it?
All done.
A lot of experience for that too. Find a warbow, find leather armor, and an acorn helm. Again, not going to steal it. It's a lot of, I want to know what's inside. I want to know what's inside, and I want the experience for actually picking the locks. Come on. Hide yourself faster, please. Okay, it requires one lockpick.
All done.
And we got a spear and plate armor. Also very nice. And also, not going to take it. That's not stealing. Oh, that's the same thing, so grab that. That's a quest item. The unwanted. Let's take a look at that. Oh, okay. No, okay, so we haven't, we'll go looking for them as part of the thing. In the meantime, let's, what are we supposed to do with this affidavit? Rogue Knight. Bring the affidavit to Curran. The cipher in Brackenbury. Okay. That way we know where to go. Well, I was going to leave, but this just got interesting. I'm just going to call them Justicars, as they're usually pronounced. He just looks over you briefly before we return to the Novanites together in the trains. Just about patrols, my Novanites are very stretched to their limit. Between the refugee influx and the mess at Heritage Hill, I simply do not have any units to spare. I'm sorry, was there something else you needed? What's wrong at Heritage Hill? What isn't wrong is a real question. A whole district of washing flesh-eating corpses. What is a town in an RPG without a zombie apocalypse going on somewhere? We sailed the area 2 months ago, just after I lost one of my finest commanders there. And yet, this is the second guard rotation to disappear. There are already enough rumors about the place floating around the keep without my soldiers whispering about these disappearances. Just as soon abandon the district, but if those monsters could find a way out, I could look into it. If I just told you you want to go into Heritage Hill, well, let's train soldiers there. Why would I let anyone in? If people are disappearing, someone's got to figure out what's happening to them. So you're eager to rush your death, I won't stop you. If you're somehow to put a stop to this, you've got my permission to enter Heritage Hill. I'll send word to the guards at the gate. Fantastic. A request. Alright, welcome to Brackenbury. Let's see if we can find our missing friends here. Nidian's not one of the people I'm looking for, but let's talk.
Greetings.
Do you mind? I'm busy. What are you so busy with? I'm studying soul attachment. We all know that souls move into people at birth and move out of them at death, but we still have a lot of questions about what makes them stick, so to speak. What do you mean about making them stick? Souls power bodies and give their tissues life, but only when they're firmly attached. Separation that leads to those whole spat of soul-related ailments, including the Hollowborn. But if we could understand how to reattach souls, we could end Waldwin's legacy, maybe even conquer death. That's the theory, anyway. Unfortunately, I don't have all the research I need to put it together. What exactly do you need? There's a manuscript called The Theorems of Pangram. It contains research from Pangram's experiments on detached souls. The Hall of Revealed Mysteries is rumored to have a copy in the Elder Archives. Pangram's work is considered to be one of the more daring animancy texts. Not something generally circulated among novices, as you get a hold of. I wonder if we might have a peek at it. The theorems could advance my research by leaps and bounds, but Grimda, the High Archivist, worships whale, which means she has something of a paradoxical view on sharing and restricting knowledge. Since she's not exactly a proponent of animancy, she tends to restrict the kind of information that would be useful to me. Well, that's a shame. Anyway, I should probably get back to my work. I'll leave you alone. Yes, we can do that. Whether or not we should do that, that's more of a separate issue. That's the sanitarium. The poor crazy people that get jacked up by animals to go live. This is not a very large area. I don't know whose house this is. Hadrit House. Yes, we don't want to go in there yet. To be fair, I'm not really sure where I should be going here. I might run to Dungeon Row, where I have some overseas breastplate back. Going to Curran at Hadrit House in Brackenbury. Okay, so we're actually going to the right place. Go figure. Very, very nice looking place, by the way. Yes. Veteran agents. Curran! There he is.
Hail and well met.
Jerry whispers, Cadnoa, Gilded Veil, old voices indeed. How did you know? As a cipher, it's my job to know these things. You carry the whiff of ancients. What else can you tell me? Not as much as I would like, unfortunately. My duties for Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. Brings you to Dungeon Row. Is this affidavit real? It's signed by you. He holds the page but seems to stare through the words of something woven in the fabric of the paper. He bares his pointed teeth. I remember Penhelm, a printing peacock of a man, his mouth dry and hands moist when I told him he was the sole descendant of an Edaran general, one who'd fought against Hadrit's rebellion. A forgery not the first I've seen, but I've no time for the knights and their obsession. Bring this to his commander, Cliver, show him the seal. There's the wax stamp by his forged signature. If he compares it with another, he should be able to spot the difference. Doom a man for the souls the gods gave him seems rather unfair. Okay, technically Aeloth is correct, but Penhelm screwed over someone else to get ahead, so I don't feel bad about it. So you could use some help. Not at liberty to discuss my work, unfortunately. Done in a row, ears only. I soon need the confidence of Lady Webb before I could share. Well, fair well. That will definitely be happening later. It's going to be a very important place pretty soon. Oh! Look who it is. Just talked that little cipher, did you? One of my nominates told me to see someone in the records room. Give me the affidavit. I've done nothing to you. His other hand comes to rest next to his sword. What does this mean to you? Are you serious? This is my career. I've labored years for it. No, it hangs on some coincidence of a past life. Any Deerwooden, rich or poor, can aspire to the position of a Crucible Knight. Anyone can rise to the rank of the High Justice. Except for those of us born with the wrong soul. Tell me how that's reasonable. And you know what? It's not. But you decided to play this game and screw over a fellow knight. So, fuck you, dude. Superiors deserve to know the truth. What truth that over a century ago? Isn't it some of Darren who's dust in the ground now? I'll ask you one more time. Give that back. Don't be a fool. We're in public. Which is why everyone will be shocked to hear that you assaulted a company of Crucible Knights without provocation. Including one with a spotless record as mine. Alright, dude. Hey, you done fucked up. And we're going to put a shot into you. You are going to go after that as well. And with our new ability, we're going to put you down. And let's... yeah, let's summon these little fellas. Alright, so Got some fun spells here. The blights. Bounding missiles. Oh, I didn't give you anything to do. Shame on me. Get over and get Pelham. Keep it in. Sea circle protection. I think we're good for the moment. Alright. Why do you have somebody on you? Okay, you're in melee, so let's switch. Oh, you didn't even have your bow out. Shame on me. Let's see. Alright, let's try this minor blight spell. What it does.
I'm here.
Alright, we got some. Let's see what we got here. Down enemy to explode. Don't have any down enemies yet. This is the damage reduction of enemies. Yes, this is good. Okay, he's dead, so you come here. You also come here. Get that guy. Oh, Phantom's still up. Well, get knocked down again, schlub. Keep hitting him. And let's do this. And what's the point of having these things out if I don't use them? Seriously? How are you getting your teeth kicked in so bad, dude? There we go. Alright, who's still standing? Let's see. Let's do that.
Ready. My post.
I think we're probably pretty good here. Everybody get this guy. What a dumbass. Alright, bunch of swords. We got some breastplates, some helmets. The family breastplate. Well, breastplate has share of battle scars, but has clearly been well preserved over the years and still bears some of its original shine. The symbol of a flame is emblazoned across the middle. And plenty of money. Not bad. Well, I still want to talk to Cliver. That's not going to change things. Especially since, considering I just killed a bunch of his guys, he may have questions about that. Ooh, an egg. Nice. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a bar around here somewhere. Let's go visit it. Okay, it's where there's a saw bar. Oh, that's a ways to go. Okay, so the charred barrel. God damn it. I'm going to be doing that a lot today. I haven't played in a while. I've got a new keyboard, as my wife kind of spilled soda all over the other one. Not on purpose. One of my kids definitely helped. But so I'm just a little bit off today, that's all. Alrighty, who we got here? Who's this? I was dressed in gaudy robes that he seems ready to cast off. He picks at a heavy brocaded sleeve and continues to adjust the gold chain around his neck. There. Did she send you to run me out of town? You can tell her I'm not going anywhere without that medallion. I told Sarah I wouldn't let her sell it, but that's what you're here for, then save yourself the trouble. What are you talking about? I have to ask you, you're obviously not here to shake me down. Sarah's a courtesan over the salty mats and Andra's gift. We've been working together for over a year now. Find a noble more money than sense, fill him up with liquor, send him her way, they have a good time. Cheryl takes her fee and a little extra. 100 coppers here, a trinket there. It's a bounty for us, and the lords and ladies never notice anything missing. Go on. Anyway, we always split the bounty until a week ago. She takes the necklace off some nobles, an Iguithan medallion damn near priceless. That relic is sacred to my clan, but she won't part with it for any sum I could afford. If I wanted to, I can't go home without it. It's a hard thing. I'll see if I get the medallion from Cyril. Got the salty mask, the only way to see her these days is by paying, so you have to go through Maya. Whatever you do, please don't hurt her. Fair enough. Oh, look, it's Nanton. Hello, killer. Beg your pardon. Oh, it's you. It's good to see you well. We had a few rough days here, but then we found this place and we kind of have to hire us both. Things have been wonderful. I can't tell you how much we appreciate what you've done. It's hard work, but good wages can't complain. Alright. Let's talk to the man running the place.
Hail and well met.
Well met, what brings you to the Charles Barrel? Is this your place? It's my retirement. It used to be a warehouse back when Brackenbury saw more ship traffic, but it fell out of use when the area became mostly residential. I inherited it from a great uncle who never had any luck pawning it off on my cousins. And who are you? I'm a cartographer. I was a cartographer for the Duke for decades. Crossed the White March half a dozen times and mapped out most of the ruins of Therenbog. A good career, but one suited to younger men. When I came back to Defiance Bay for good, Cleaver and a few other friends in the Knights helped me get my rights to refurbish this place. There's strong ale, quality entertainment, and a fresh sea breeze. What more can a man want? Show me your menu. Dragon meat dish. What does that do? Ooh. Plus 45 max endurance, plus 3 might, plus 3 resolve for 150 seconds. Good lord. This man's not screwing around. He does have good food. Yeah, we could use more camping supplies. I'll worry about selling the rest of my stuff later. I was kind of hoping that he might have a lead on a certain person that we're looking for. But I'm not seeing a lot of people's names here, so... Cook. No patrons here in particular. Let's look at downstairs. As long as there isn't some sort of like ritual sacrifice that creepy ass bastard Skane down here, I'm sure we'll be fine. Bandits? Oh, hello. Just a chat with my associates. Really? Wow.
Hey.
Ain't that interesting? I don't usually steal from folk, but stealing from bandits?
Keeping an eye out.
That's just funny. Could you boys possibly be getting up to down here? Not worth it.
I'll take a look.
Let's see. Flasks of bunch of spirits, bunch of rare stuff, but what are the bandits doing down here, I wonder? Probably a quest marked for... No, probably something marked for another quest. Which we may or may not get around to. You never know. With this game, it's... I don't want to say it's easy to bypass important things, but it happens. Mead. It's free mead. I'm taking it. We're going to talk to that. Yeah, let's just go check upstairs. Alright. Ooh, pirate. Mayorwith, you have a name. Mayorwith watches you through cold rimmed eyes. She puts her hand on the hilt of her blade, jangling the jewels that hang from her wrist. We don't know each other, stranger. Best keep it that way. What brings you to the charred barrel? So it looks like good wine and a little peace and quiet. And Scarron doesn't ask too many questions. You don't seem like a Brackenbury local. I'm a sailor, and a liberator of certain goods. The nice thing about the snobs here is that they're usually too polite to ask more. What the hell is that in relation to? Could not possibly remember. Mayorwith. What do I have on notes for Mayorwith? No. for Sog. Let's see. Night, Time and Tide. That's Mayor Wald. Durance. No. Let's see. Missing Sentries. No. Unwanted. Find Eorn. Huh. Yeah, I don't see anything here that would, seems like a Brackberry local. I must have not spoken to somebody at some point. And these guys are all, just folk. Oh, well, no target up here. So I'm a little bit confused as to where this, person who doesn't get along with Little Miss Pirate Queen might be. I haven't really seen anybody else out here. Those are just random nobles. What is this place right here? Rainmont Manor. House Domelin is the one over here. Let's take a quick look around. Maybe there's somebody on the street here we should be talking to. Well, at the very least we can... Hello. What's this? Large stone wall sheltered by the eaves, and knotted green vine climbs all the way up to an open window. Two ornate shutters seem to beckon you in. Leave, because that's for something else. I don't want to do things out of order that might break the game. Obsidian did a really good job putting this thing together. It is, however, occasionally kind of fragile. It's not a knock about Obsidian. Their games have always been a little bit loosey-goosey. Knights of the Republic 2, the Sith Lords is possibly one of my favorite Star Wars games ever. And that thing is buggier than a porn star's blood sample. So, you just have to be really careful about how you mess around with things so you don't break them. This game, more than others sometimes it feels like. Alright, let's talk to the doorman.
Gods keep you.
I don't recognize you. What business do you have with House Dormel? I'm just here to loot the place and kill anyone in my way. Wow. Tell me about House Dormel. I'm not pronouncing that properly, fuck it. It's an old respected family. Much of the fine space prosperity is due to Dominel business activities. Now, do you have any further business here? Very well. I'll see you out. Oh, wow, they actually do see you out, too. Well, at least the doorman is, you know, polite. So let's do two
Your
things.
brother, did you and he get along?
We got along how brothers do. He used to throw water on me to wake me up in the morning. I used to fill his boots with stinging ants.
My own brothers and sisters are doing very well for themselves, back in Takoa. I don't know that they'd search for me if I were killed so far from home.
Brothers can be funny. I bet you'd be surprised how far they'd go.
I haven't met Kana's sister. Yeah. She scares me. Just a little bit. Rather attractive, though. Say, if I was in that position, I might take a stab at it. So, I'm going to do two things before we call it apart. First of all, we're going to go talk to the Lord of the Crucible Knights again and see if giving him the affidavit actually does anything. And second, we're going to turn in the breastplate. And it's funny that I might mention Obsidian, as I am curious in Wasteland 3 when it comes out. Looking for information in Eorn. So let's do a few pick of what do you want to know. Why did you kill Knight of the Crucible? So he was drunk arguing with the man. If I had to guess, it said sneaky bastard had a weapon on him and took the Justicar by surprise. Carried her off for him, but knew what he'd done. And where he is? Rumor said he fled to the catacombs after he murdered the knight. As much as I love to string him up, but I'm going to experiment with crawling in that filthy check for him. Alright, we can do that. And you're not overly concerned by the fact that I croaked one, like 5-year guys. So, good talk. Now, that being the case, let's go talk to the boss here and see if he's going to have an issue. You know, I can go faster. That is a thing we can do. Bop, 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 bop. There we go. Alright, so that was a wasting my time. And look who we have here. And now goes the Knights. Is this the army you wanted? For a moment, he wavers in disbelief. Looking in the back of the breastplate, he reaches for it slowly, as expecting it to disappear before he can touch it. And he manages this. You're right about the affidavit. Unfortunately, Penhelm forced me into a fight. A shame it ended like that. But he's the lightning whistle who started this. You did all I asked, and you are owed much. He withdraws a leather coin purse from his pocket and hands it to you. Stop by Solid's shop on the other side of the hall. She sells some of the best gear in the city, and she opens her inventory to you. What is this armor to you, anyway? That's nothing, really. Just a keepsake. 2,000 copper. Nice. It commemorates the Order of Magron, highest order of valor, awarded to the dead, never the living, us dear ones, real dear woodens. We don't have nobility or birthrights, unless you're some copper fucker from Adair. All we got's the honor we bring to our family name. Ah, copper fucker. That's a new one. I think it's kind of funny myself. So this is something to live up to. Alright, tell me. I'm looking for work.
You want an expedition? Talk to Wenham. I just handle these mercenary shit shovelers. Adventurers, I mean.
Alright. And nobody leveled up from that. Crazy. Now let's see what we can do about this. Look for work.
I do have something, if you don't mind stepping on the toes of the Crucible Knights. Come to think of it, the Dominels won't be too pleased either. They've never liked seeing someone with nicer things than them.
Where do I begin?
Some of my other expeditions have come back with a rumor about a place called Lea Remen up near Stormwall Gorge. It's supposed to hold some of the greatest weapons those Engwithan bastards ever made, and we've got need of them.
The Knights are meddling in animancy, defiling souls to build metal warriors. We've got to be prepared to defend ourselves and the city. If there's anything that can stand a chance against this kind of madness, it's weapons made by the Engwithans themselves. They made the same kind of abominations their time, don't know how to kill them. Such a giant slayers after the weapons, but they haven't had much luck so far. They're better fighters than treasure hunters. Meet them at wood end plains and see how far they've gotten. If you can get those weapons, they'll see you get your cut. What's the harm in armor and a bunch of angry folks who don't like to think all that much? Alright. Haven't done that before. In the meantime, let's see about getting some... See what kind of gear they got in stock for us.
Greetings.
Alright, so the Wilds haven't claimed you yet. Good to see you. Let's see what you got, darling. Ooh, exceptional gear. An exceptional arbalist. Damn, that's expensive. Let's see. Fine arquebus. Darn, it's a staff, so I don't even have that on there. Bunch of fine gear, but, ooh, hello. Must be an armor thing. No armor to sell, just weapons. Wow. Bracers of all-consuming rage. +2 might, +1 constitution. Oh, that would go great with a barbarian, wouldn't it? Dandy hat of the deceased yak. A resolve +2 of intellect +1. Jeez, that's funny. Okay. Snurf's folly. +1 resolve, +2 constitution, bile stopper boots. Minor spellbind corrosive cloud. Explosive damage reduction bonus. Grants minor fated caress 3 per rest. That's interesting. That says minor spell but corrosive cloud though. This says fated caress, which is a spell I think I have. I think that might actually be bugged, so it's not letting me click on it. Cloak of the Fox and Hunter. Summon noble creature of will 5 +9. Summon noble creature, what the hell? Summons a beagle dog. Okay, there's a summon down. That's actually kind of cool. We've got Munakra Arat, I have no idea. Minor spellbind, Whisper of Treason. What is that? Foe target charm for 10 seconds. That's not too bad. You get to the Berserker's Belt, Rage bonus. Plus 20% frenzy duration. That's nice. Okay, that's actually some really good stuff they got here. They got some minor potions, scam tools and torches. Huh. Not too shabby at all. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if we're going to buy any of this or when we will, but until then, I have been the War Boss Squee. I hope you enjoyed running around the city of Defiance Bay with me, and we will be doing this again later. Peace.